news and bad news.
So it recorded the audio, but it's kind of shitty.
The good news is we got the audio, we got the video. The bad news is you still ugly. UFC 294. Man, this card got better. Everybody knows it. Shit just took a turn for the crazy. Here's what's crazy about that co-main too. Khamzat is kind of a welterweight. He's only fought once at middleweight. Kamaru is a welterweight. They're both fighting at middleweight. The winner is probably going to get a title shot against Sean Strickland. It's just nuts. Everything's kind of mixed up now. Khamzat's only fight at middleweight was Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland didn't touch him.
Not once.
Kamaru's he's a big welterweight, I guess, but it's an interesting fight. Khamzat's like 2 inches taller. Kamaru's got 1 inch more reach. Yes, I just read this earlier today. So
I didn't even know that.
So it's not like too much of a difference. But Kamaru, right. And then here's the other thing: is a preview. Kamaru didn't have a camp, and Khamzat hasn't fought in like I don't know, maybe a year or something like that.
Yeah, a little over a year. He fought Kevin Holland in September of last year.
So shit's pretty even, I guess, and you know what I mean? Like it's kind of even. No training camp for Kamaru.
I would say kind of even, yeah. But I would say this the same I say about Volk. If Usman, since he took the fight on such short notice, something would tell me that he knows he's ready for it. You know, you don't just take a fight within 2 weeks if you think you might get beat, or if your coaches think you might get beat. So I think they saw something in Khamzat's plan, and I think that I saw it when I was watching the Burns fight, particularly because I think that's like the only time that he went all 3 rounds, right?
I think so.
He joined the UFC in 2020, and he finished everybody in rounds 1 or 2.
I think the Burns fight's probably the most like evidence we could look at to see how he would do against Usman. And it's a tough fight. It's a hard one to predict. Usman,
you know what I think?
Champ. He's been a dominant champion up until Edwards headshot banged him.
Yeah, headshot. Bang! What I really think is going to happen. Here's my official prediction. Right?
Yeah.
Since Khamzat hasn't fought in a year and a month, his last competition was Kevin Holland, and he just smothered him. And then he fought Burns after that, I think. No, right before that, right? And what I was noticing in that fight is I don't think that he would deal well with pressure. Kind of like Strickland, you know, like he's kind of pressuring forward to forward. Usman has that pressure about him, and I don't think Khamzat would be able to really fight on the back foot like that. And when I was watching the Burns fight, he looked kind of like he didn't really know how to fight, like moving backwards. And I think Usman's going to keep that pressure on. And Khamzat can't just take the motherfucker down, bro. He can't just take it down.
Man, you know, Usman the same because he got headshot dead, and then his last fight he didn't really look so good. But he probably just had that in his head because he's fighting Leon again, and like I don't know if you can come back and fight the same after getting KO'd like that. But how is he going to show up? You know, he might not.
Well, Leon had
like that, you know,
Leon had immense pressure as well.
Mm.
You know,
so what's your official prediction then?
I think that Usman is probably going to end up finishing Khamzat. Khamzat has been touched by Burns. He was touched. He was fucking rocked. It's not really going to go to the ground like that, I wouldn't think. If it does, then I think Usman will probably be in trouble, more than likely. But I don't think that it's going to go to the ground. So my official prediction, I think that Usman is probably going to end up cracking him and finishing him. That's what I really, truly think. Wow. Now, in my heart, I want Khamzat to win. So I fucking love the dude, but he hasn't fought in over a year, bro.
Man, I'm going to go the opposite way, man. I'm going to have to go the opposite way. Khamzat full camp, Usman off of 2 losses. Didn't look good in his last performance, no camp. I'm going to have to give it to Khamzat. I don't know how. It's really interesting. It's probably the best opponent he's fought. But I'm going to give it to Khamzat, maybe TKO. He might drop him. He might take him to the ground and pound him. I'm going to give it to Khamzat. Got to do it.
So you think that's going to happen even after Usman and Burns fought and Usman beat the fuck out of him?
You know what? They always say styles make matchups now. You know what I mean? It's not it. MMA math doesn't always make sense. You know, Burns is
That's true.
he's like the next contender under whoever Usman. Yeah, he's probably like number 3 in the division. He's a top dog, and Khamzat did beat him unanimously. I think he goes out there. I think he gets the job done against Usman. It's a great fight, though. It could go.
You think so? You think Hamzat by decision?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Khamzat's winning by a TKO.
You think TKO?
I think he's going out there, prove points, gonna put the pressure on. Usman's gonna be thinking about that. Whoosh. Khamzat's probably gonna like fake it and yam him.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Okay. Okay. So you say Hamzat by TKO. I say Usman by TKO.
Crazy. And it's
I like that.
Abu Dhabi, so this is gonna be happening pretty early.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I was telling Caitlin. I got to pull an all-nighter because obviously I got work. So right when I get off work, it's just going to be straight in my underwear and then betting.
Really? So you're gonna put that bet. I think Usman's an underdog.
Usman is an underdog. So I was going to bet Usman, and then now we can move on to the main card, the main fight.
Yeah.
Volkanovski versus Islam.
Oh, that boy Volk about to lose. I just wanted to see.
Are you serious?
I don't know, man. Volk is coming in with that warrior spirit. I think he knows where he went wrong in the first fight. He's alluded to it. He should have been more aggressive, this and that. That being said, Islam did win that first fight. He won on the feet. He got him on the ground and held him there when he wanted to. I just don't know if that's going to change in this fight.
Well, you know it's going to change. Volkanovski said that the first fight he respected Islam a little too much. And he said this time he ain't going to do that. And I really feel like Volkanovski is the type of fighter that will say something and 100% mean it. And he means it when he says that he's ready and he's going to knock him out. I really, truly feel like that's going to happen.
It's possible. I mean, if he actually goes out there and he's aggressive and this and that, he's got a shot. But Islam did beat him. He beat him on the feet too in that last fight. I just watched that fight like a week ago again, and he was getting pieced up. Alex was losing.
Yeah, I have to watch that fight again for sure. But it was definitely a close fight. But I think everyone, including myself, thought that Volk won just because he finished the fight on top. And when Islam controlled him on the ground, he didn't really do shit, but control him. Like he was getting more beat up than Alex was on the ground. Alex was just fucking, come on, for fucking like 4 minutes.
Yeah, that was a dead round, but Alex lost that round. But it's tough because if they went another round, Alex probably would have won because he had Islam really hurt, and that's kind of what sticks in people's heads and stuff. But Islam also dropped Alex in that round. Not in that round, in the fight. And yeah, man, Islam clearly took at least 3 rounds. One of them was close, but I would have given it to Volk, and then the last one was a clear Volk. But so I don't know, man. It's a toughie.
I mean, I would agree with you on that, just because Habib watched the fight back with Islam. I saw a video, and even Habib said that Islam won the fight, and he doesn't lie about shit like that. So, yeah, he also watched the fight, I think, with O'Malley and Peter Yan, and he was like, "Why did how'd he win fight? How'd he win fight?" When O'Malley's hand was raised. So I think he has a pretty good eye for it. But for that fight, what's your official prediction? Do you think that Volkanovski is going to get knocked out or submit, or is it going to go all 5?
First off, Sean did win that fight. Sean beat Peter, yeah.
No, he fucking didn't, bro. He got pieced up and taken down throughout the whole fight.
No. Sean beat Peter. Sean was cracking him. Peter was dishing it back. It was a close fight, but Sean beat him. It wasn't prelude with that. But you know what? I took some notes on this before prediction. Here's another thing I want to say. Islam, his last 5 fights, he's got a good track record. He beat Volk, right? He tapped out Charles to win the belt. He ground and pound TKO'd Bobby Green. Submitted Dan Hooker round 1. Good guy. Submitted Drew Dober, who has most knockouts in the division. That's impressive. He's going through some good guys.
But he ain't going through great guys, bro. Volkanovski's great. Alexander,
And
the
he
great.
tapped out Charles. Those are great guys. Now, mind you, the other three aren't great, but they are good.
That's true. That is true. I mean, look, Islam's record is obviously, it speaks for itself. I agree with that. But when you're looking at someone like Volk, who just gets better and better and better, and he took the fight within 2 weeks, man, you of all people should know. You're a big Volkanovski fan. You know that he's going to bring the fucking pressure. You know he's going to bring that fire. You know he's going to bring it. So what makes you think that Islam is going to fucking just steamroll through him? It ain't going to happen. No one's been able to do that.
I'll tell you, because what happened last time, anytime Alex tried and get close, my man got met with the jab, and his head was getting snapped back. He got met with the jab, he gets snapped back, he's getting pieced up. Listen, I don't like to see it or say it as much as the next Volk fan. But you know what? He was getting tagged a bit, and it was slowing him down. Now he's got to find an answer for that because he was losing that fight.
And his answer is just going to be to turn the heat up. Sambo's better. I'm sure his takedown defense is probably better. And with those two combined, when it stays on the feet and he turns the pressure up, just a couple of dials. You know, we don't want to burn everybody in the arena, but he's gonna put that smoke on Islam, man. He's gonna finish him, and that's my official prediction.
It could happen. Listen, I like Volk. I think he does. That's exactly what he's got to do. He's got to turn it up. He's got to be aggressive. He just looked off in the first fight. Like in the exchanges, he wasn't getting the better of them where I feel like he usually would. And I guess in this fight, we're gonna find out if that was just like a one-time thing. He's moving up division, maybe he was nerves, or if it's really because Islam just got his number like that. We'll find out.
Man, it's exactly what Volkanovski said. He gave too much respect to Islam in that fight when he shouldn't have given that much respect to him. In this fight, he ain't gonna give that much respect to him. That's what he said.
I like that. And now you know what? Hey, I want Volk to win. I want it. I do. But it's gonna be a good fight. It's a good fight. Now I don't know. You said so. What was your prediction again?
So I'm gonna predict Volkanovski by either submission or TKO. 100% for sure.
Any round specific you think it's gonna go later or what?
No. I'm just gonna put double chance, Volkanovski, TKO or submission.
Submission's crazy. Does he even submit people?
No, I'm sure he could. Just in case it goes to the ground, you know. Dustin Poirier surprised us with that submission against Michael Chandler. You know, that's something that no one saw.
Yeah. Man, this is such a tough fight. Well, I don't even know who I'd bet on. If I had to bet, I'd probably bet on Islam to win, maybe by points. I don't even know if it would get finished early. I can't see like either submission or man. Probably
You think submission, bro?
Submission or all the way.
Huh?
Submission or it's going 5 points. Islam wins by submission, or maybe he wins by points. Alex or Alex by KO or points.
But see, this is where you're losing me, buddy. Because Islam had Volk on the ground like half of the last fight and wasn't even close to submitting him.
Yeah, that's true.
He had his fucking back for 4 minutes and couldn't submit him. You think he's gonna submit Alex? I don't think so, bro.
But I just saw him fight Charles again. I know they're different people, but man, he dropped Charles, and then right after he dropped him, he like got him into like a dark choke in like 5 seconds. It was super impressive. He's really good on the ground. He's good at submitting. I just, you could.
He could. I think anything could happen. And I think that was a great game plan probably by Islam's coaches because they probably acknowledged that Charles gets dropped in the first round like 90% of his fights. So they were like, look, when you touch his chin and when he goes down, just fucking jump on him. Okay? Because that's something that no one does.
Exactly what they
said. Jump on him while he's still dazed.
Yeah. No. I think I saw, man, so we're betting on opposite people on the co-main and the main.
So here's what I say, brother. I say that we both put money down on a 2-leg parlay because obviously one of us is going to hit.
Well, for the parlay, you have to get both of them, right? So what if we're both right on the opposite ones?
Nah, man. Nah, I mean, we can still be wrong for sure, you know?
I'll think on that. I mean, but I'm actually in favor of the people who have the better odds. So Well, but I don't know what they look like when betting for like a specific outcome finish. So, yeah.
I think Usman getting that finish via TKO or sub would probably be around like plus like 300, 350.
Mm-hmm.
And Volk would probably be like plus like 200 or something like that. So putting 100 would probably win you about like 600.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'll look at those numbers. We'll look at those numbers. Maybe I'll talk something on it, just in the spirit of this being our first little, UFC chat.
Yeah, let's do it, man. We can win a lot of money. I told the lady I'm gonna put half my check on it because I'm behind on some bills, so I'm trying to get rich.
Hope it doesn't backfire.
Yeah, hopefully not, but it's okay.
It's
How much worse can it get?
Yeah,
I had sugar cookies for breakfast. So this will conclude the first chat then. How do we close it out? Thanks for tuning in to That Fire MMA. Like, subscribe, comment, share, bet all kinds of money, and let's get fucking rich.